back to sports. Welcome to Win or Lose Sports Show, presented by the 419 Grind.
Welcome to another episode of Play by Play. This is not Play by Play. This is Win or Lose. Play by Play is my podcast. Welcome to another episode of Win or Lose Sports Show with myself, DJ Impress.
Yes, sir.
And Tyrone McCain.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So there's a lot happening in sports. I like this time of year.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
We got the NBA going into the playoffs. NHL, if you're watching NHL, going into the playoffs. We got March Madness, which is probably the biggest sports tournament in the world, besides the World Cup, of course, if you love soccer. But free agency, NFL free agency going on. So there's a lot happening.
A lot.
I would love for like March Madness to start the fans to get like the World Cup, because the World Cup
they go in, man.
I don't. they go way too crazy.
Because the World Cup, when they had those horns that year, I can't think what they were called, but they was like these big like trumpet things.
Probably.
When I think of World Cup, I just think of them just scrapping. Your team.
Oh yeah, they be going in. Man.
If your team lose, your country coming to fight for
you. Go see us.
So your country
I want to see Duke and no.
Your country coming to fight. Yeah, but it's serious though. That World Cup is serious. That's what I said. That's actually the biggest tournament in the world. Is the World Cup.
You mess up in that tournament. You know they gonna threaten your family.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I saw some one year. I don't know which team it was, but I always assume it's Manchester. That's the only one I always know. It was a bunch of guys in red shirts, and it might have been some guys in like yellow shirts, and they was in this bar, and I mean they were going at it. It was like some out of a movie fighting. I'm like, wow.
That's when you take your sports serious.
Yeah, you think they take it way too serious?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because again, a sporting event is one entertainment. First of all, no one's life or livelihood should be
at risk.
You know how much pressure? I would never be a goalie.
No, ever.
Like what? Yeah, I've seen where like, you know, again they want to cause you bodily harm over because somebody stepped in your way and you ain't see him kick the ball, and then he scored a goal. Now you banished for life, and your family got to go into hiding.
They take it way too serious.
So speaking of serious, March Madness has been serious.
Oh man,
it's been some upsets. I had North Carolina losing in that first round, and we talk about Hubert Davis, and if they do fire Hubert Davis, like where does North Carolina go? And I bring that up because I recorded the podcast this weekend with Dennis Hobson and Sean Reed and those guys, and they talked about that, like who will be next up.
Yeah,
like because most of the time North Carolina is going to go within the family,
right?
Yeah.
North Carolina family.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure North Carolina has a vast coaching tree, but yeah, Hubert Davis, I knew when they hired him he wasn't going to be a good pickup, but what do I know? But yeah, he wouldn't have moved when they got him, so.
It's hard to say. I'm trying to think of like normally like the best coaches are like was at some point in time like the point guard. So I'm trying to think of who they had that was a great point guard that could lead, you know, the team in a way to make them, for lack of a better term, North Carolina again.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't think Phil Ford's coaching or Ed Cota.
And that North Carolina job is like that's a job.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one of those coveted jobs.
Yeah,
that,
buddy.
You know, if your failures will be highlighted immensely.
Yep.
At North Carolina,
because Hubert got away with it at the beginning. First of all, his name is Hubert. He got away with it at the beginning because he had Roy Williams old players, and then once that ran out, it was real sketchy for him. So,
yeah. But it was a bunch of good games. I missed
a
lot of basketball, but watching the highlights. But the one great game that I saw was the St. John's Kentucky game.
They go, man. They can play.
And I saw the Duke game, which them Boozer boys, man. Hey, look. What impressed me about them is that when it was it was a close game and neither one of them was having an outstanding game. But when it was time.
Yeah, when it was crunch time, they get it.
To go BTA.
Yeah. Especially the bigger one. I can't. Is that which one?
Cameron.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. He put a lot of work in.
Yeah, he did.
And it'll be interesting to me to see how far he can lead them, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not often in today's day and time that especially in college that you're led by a big man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And their guards are hurt. Their top, I think the point and the shooting guard are both out.
Yeah.
So yeah. The game I coached, his brother was playing the point.
Yeah. And he's not bad at all.
No.
He just needed more time on the floor, I thought, this year.
Yeah.
Than what he had. He was playing behind somebody, but I thought he needed to be on the floor no matter what position he was in.
Yeah.
Because him and his brother together, like I watched them from 7th grade when they was playing in AAUs,
right,
to now. And them two together, it's like a dynamic duo. You talking about John Stockton and Karl Malone.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Chemistry. Or I would say Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. Even better.
Yeah.
Right, the chemistry was there. So why not use that chemistry on the level that they can be seen on the national stage and they can be successful doing it? I mean, I'm not saying that Duke didn't have a successful season, but them two brothers together would have been made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes though, in a program like that though, you don't want it to seem like you showing favoritism, so you won't play them.
Yeah, so you can't. Yeah, I wouldn't care.
But you got to think. You got boosters. You got for recruitment purposes and all that. I understand. You know what I mean? Just like some coaches, some of the legendary coaches wouldn't start freshmen at some point. You know what I mean? For that reason, because you don't want to kind of make it seem like you're showing favoritism. But when you have them two on the court together,
I wouldn't care.
The results to me outweigh all of that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean it's like you said, the culture, especially in Duke, is to play the senior player. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is to play the senior players, especially if they have a starting position and they're good enough to hold that position. And I get it, with playing the senior players and the boosters got to play, plays a part and who plays now. And you could talk about NIL now.
Yeah.
So that money plays a part in he's getting paid this much money. He should be on the floor, right? But at the same time, it's like that. All that stuff can kind of not ruin somebody's career, but he's staying another year. And I don't think he's
he
leaving.
has to. Yeah,
he has to stay another year so he can showcase what he can do on the floor.
Yeah.
So where do y'all stand on NIL?
You know what? I think the players deserve something.
Yeah,
they deserve something because the NCAA has billions, trillions of dollars that have made trillions of dollars off of these athletes for years. Since NCAA started, right? And using their names, using their likeness, it had video games. Still making video games with these people's likeness in there, not necessarily their names,
right?
But we know who these players were on these games. But selling jerseys, selling merch with their likeness,
I
right?
remember Jalen Rose said when they were at Michigan, he was like, "It's people walking around in my jersey, and I don't have enough money to buy pizza."
Right.
You know, and that's insane.
Yeah.
So I have a unique perspective, kind of. Although I agree that the players should get something, I don't think they should have rolled it out without true, like, to me, the guidelines aren't there.
Yeah.
The regulations aren't there. And without the guidelines and regulations being there, it is going to ruin
Yep.
the competitiveness of the game until they figure it out, whereas like the rich don't continue to get richer and the poor don't continue to get poorer. Right. I think this is the first, like, normally that, like, maybe 11 to 15, 16 seed is like really, really competitive. But this year it wasn't as competitive as it has been in prior years. And I think part of that is NIL and being able to kind of, go where you want to go and all of that kind of stuff.
And Sean Reed said something on the podcast last week about NIL and how these players approach the March Madness, with these smaller schools. Like, they're not playing to win.
Right.
No.
They're playing to get a deal.
Yeah.
Right.
They're playing to be seen on the national stage. Who can see me?
Yep.
So I can get a deal to maybe go to a bigger college,
Right.
or maybe just get a bigger deal.
Right.
Yep.
So that is another way that NIL has changed how people approach college basketball.
I just saw an article. There was a kid in Kentucky. He got paid. He transferred, I want to say from like USC or somewhere, but they paid him $2 million just to transfer. I'm like, that's
really?
crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
$2 million. I mean, look at the quarterback in Michigan.
Yeah.
They gave him $10 million.
Yeah.
I mean, you making more than
As a
you
freshman,
making
without
more than the
proving
rookie
anything.
without doing anything.
Yeah.
And he didn't do
Do
anything.
nothing.
At all.
Yeah. Again, and I think it's going to create a selfish element to the game. Again, until they find a way to regulate it in a way where you still keep the competitive spirit.
Yeah.
And one part of being competitive is like you have to feel some kind of connection or loyalty to a team.
Yep.
Now it ain't no loyalty to nobody. It's the loyalty to whoever gonna pay me the most and get, you know what I mean, and give me them NIL dollars.
And that's why you have so many players now that won't leave school. Because it's like, why go risk going to the NBA, especially if you the big time guys making the big money. It's like, if I don't know where I'm gonna go in the NFL right now, I'm making more than the NFL rookies in college. So what's the rush?
Football is different from basketball.
Yeah, totally.
Football, you see a lot of players staying for the NIL money, staying 3 to 4 years because because of when you getting that money in the college, you're not guaranteed to get that in the NFL.
Nope.
Right.
First of all, there's 53 players on a team, so all these players who was making this big NIL money in college won't even get close to that in the pros.
Nowhere close to the field. They won't even touch the field.
Touch the field, right. So in basketball, you only got 15 guys.
Yep.
And most of these guys are leaving after 1 to 2 years.
Right.
Because NIL money in basketball is cool, but once you get that pro money, it's different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
It's different. Well, not for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
For Bronny, he made more money probably in NIL than he did for the Lakers.
Bronny made more money at home than he made with the Lakers.
Right.
Doing chores.
Right. Yeah. Took the trash out, Dad.
He's $1 million.
Right. Go clean your room.
Speaking of Bronny, it'll be interesting to me to see what happens with his career after LeBron's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he got I won't say a raw deal.
Yeah.
But first of all, being drafted to the same team as your dad can, to me, cause some issue. Because when it comes to your namesake,
who else was gonna draft him though?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, okay, if he was good enough, say Bronny was good enough to be drafted top 10, and he was still taken by the Lakers, to me that would be an issue if I'm Bronny. because I'm not. Because I say this because I have the same name as my dad,
Right.
and people expect me. Like, he was a preacher, he played the saxophone, and he hooped. That was the 3 things he did. People expect me to be a preacher, to play the saxophone and hoop. I hoop, yeah, but a preacher, that's not me.
Right.
And some of the stuff that LeBron does, Bronny would never do in the league.
Nah.
It's some stuff that Bronny wants to do that LeBron probably never did.
But see, that's where good parenting come in. So my son is a big dude, right? And so when he said, especially, I was pretty known for sports and stuff. So when he said his name, people would automatically be like, "Oh, you Monty's son?
Yep.
Do you hoop? Do you And that's never been his thing, right? Yep. I made him play football for 2 years. One, because I wanted you to at least try it. You never know if you like it until you try it.
Right.
But after like the second year, he didn't like it, and I didn't want him to hate it, so I wasn't going to continue to make him play. But I used to always tell him, man, don't worry about my name.
Yeah.
Build your name.
That's right.
Right? You know what I mean? Do what you do. And if it comes to a point where this is something you don't want to do, that's fine. Find whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, it's hard because Bronny likes basketball. You know what I mean? His dad is the leading all-time scorer and all that kind of stuff. So you can't let the public perception tell you who you should be. You can just be Bronny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I'm sure they had that conversation too. I mean, knowing the type of person that LeBron is, now we don't know him personally, but knowing the type of person that he is, that he would say, let Bronny be Bronny.
Right.
Like, don't worry about what I'm doing and what I've accomplished. Like, there's no way anybody, I don't care if you're Jordan's son, Kobe's son or daughter, or LeBron's son, you will never compare to the 3 greatest players of all time.
No. Yeah, no.
I don't care
because
who
Michael Jordan's sons is
Dude.
That's a different story.
Yeah, they're famous for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But talking about the NBA and this playoff push. Of course, we see the Celtics number 2. They did lose last night. It was a tough game against Minnesota. It was tough shooting. I think they won 5 out of the last 7 games. The Celtics, but shooting was terrible last night, and I can understand it. They're tired.
Right?
I think Jaylen Brown shot 9 for 19. Jason Tatum shot 6 for 16, and Derek White shot 6 for 15 or something like that. So it was like overall just a bad game.
Bad game, yeah.
But overall, like, they still look good.
Yeah.
Even with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the floor. At one point in the game, I saw Jaylen Brown say, like, JT, go get it.
Right.
Like go after it. So he's encouraging. I know he's not saying take the mantle. Like, this is your team. But he's encouraging him to push, because he knows the value of having a great player alongside of you to win a championship.
So I hate to say it, but they're going to be a good second place team.
What do you mean?
The way that the Spurs is playing, bro.
So it'll be Celtics and Spurs in the finals.
Right.
Unfortunately, Cunningham had an injury, and he's probably gonna be out for the
collapsed lung. I saw. Yeah,
he could be healthy as he want to be.
Yeah,
they were never going to come out the
about
East.
that,
They weren't going to come out the East because they're Cade heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Way too Cade heavy.
Way too Cade heavy.
All the other teams have a great plan B,
Man,
and they don't.
Are you talking about
saying?
not even a great? Are you talking about like
everybody else's plan B?
MVP, like almost MVP level players.
Everybody else's plan B would be a plan A anywhere else.
Right?
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But Wemby is so different, man.
Yeah,
I every time I watch him, I'm like, how do you defend this dude?
You can't.
Like, how do you defend him?
You just hope he misses at this point, because there's nothing you can do with him.
I even think like when it comes to crunch time, I think they're gonna give OKC fits, bro. I think they're gonna give them fits.
Yeah.
And they're probably about the only team that's gonna be able to give them fits.
Yep.
Now, they were talking about how well the Lakers have been playing over the last nine-game winning streak.
Stop.
Yeah. It's fool's gold.
They are now at that level, number 3 in the Western Conference behind OKC and San Antonio. Now they're at that level with San Antonio to where they can fight for that.
They're not on the level with San Antonio. They're just the third team in the West. No.
Why not? What's missing? What's missing from the Lakers to where they can't get past OKC or San Antonio?
You seen the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Remember that scene when the guy was telling Iron Man all these things that they had that was going to help them rule the world, and Iron Man said, "But we have a Hulk."
Right.
That's exactly what San Antonio said. You do whatever you want to do. We have a Wemby, so it's nothing else. That's all we need. So,
okay, why is OKC better than the Lakers?
So the one thing to me that the Lakers don't have is the Lakers are still. I don't think the Lakers still mentally feel like they're better than OKC.
No,
so it's
don't.
a mental thing, right?
Okay.
And the one thing that OKC has is that team mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I still think when it comes to crunch time, it's still going to be issues with who going to take the shot, whether it's going to be LeBron, whether it's going to be Luka, whether it's going to be Reeves.
Rui Hachimura, or
right? You know what I'm
Austin
saying?
Reeves.
I don't think they have those defined roles where everybody's on the same page. LeBron to me is in an unenviable position.
Yep.
Meaning, with everything I've accomplished in my mind, I'm still the man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not taking an effect of Father Time, because even when any, I ain't gonna say great athlete, any good athlete, there comes a time where in your mind you can still do all the stuff that that you used to do,
right?
But your body just won't do it. And not saying that's LeBron, but he is not Miami LeBron,
right?
He's not
Cleveland LeBron.
Cleveland, this is for you, LeBron.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but in his mind, I'm pretty sure he feel like, and because he have flashes of doing those things, you can't tell him that he can't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm. But just doing it on a championship level, I don't think he can do it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's tough right there, because, like you said, you see LeBron go out and score 41 points.
Yeah.
And he's catching one-hand alley-oops. Going on fast breaks, and then and still got the jump shot right there.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like it's tough for him mentally to say, okay, I can pass this mantle over to Luka, who's one of the greatest scorers in NBA history.
Right.
Yeah.
And say, okay, this is your team. Let me step back and let you do this. I don't think it's it might be pride. I don't know. It might be pride to say, oh, and I'm still the man. Like, why am I handing this over to him?
Yeah.
It's that last hurrah, man. There's nothing worse for an athlete than to not to get that cheer no more. You know what I mean? It's not like
you sounded like he looking like Paul Pierce out there when he did his his last ride with the Clippers.
It's just that, again, when you think about LeBron's life, right? From the very beginning, you are the chosen one.
Yeah.
You are the man.
Yeah.
A lot of people who get that mantle that young turn out to be bust. They get to the league and they not.
Yeah.
They Kwame Brown, which
Harold
Kwame
Miner.
don't come after me.
Be careful.
Don't come after me. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But LeBron surpassed all of those expectations.
Right.
He played at a high. He's been playing at a high level for so long that mentally, who are you to tell? Like, y'all told me I was gonna be here. I'm here.
Right.
Y'all told me so you can't tell me that I'm not the man because I'm gonna get this 40 against the Bullets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
And so it's hard to turn that off because, again, you have those flashes, but on a consistent basis. I don't think he can do it on a level to win a championship.
No, I think if they had another high value player on the floor besides him and Luka, then the Lakers could do it. They don't have no, they could. With Luka, LeBron, and another high value.
What do you call high value though?
Someone who can defend and score.
So you say another big, or what you thinking?
I mean, this is believing there are players who can't defend.
AR, what is he?
AR is not a high value type of player.
He can defend, and he can score.
To me, he's Peyton Pritchard. Okay,
that's why I asked what is a high value, because he can defend and he can score.
Okay. Talking about high value. When you look at the 24 Celtics, they had not just Jaylen Brown, not just Tatum, but they had Derek White, who's a high value player who can defend and score at any level. AR is not Derek White. You can't make that comparison. AR to me is Peyton Pritchard. He just looks like Derek White on the Lakers team.
Okay.
No,
all right.
I think AR is better than Pritchard, but I think the problem is they don't have a big, because Aiden.
Oh, he's
terrible.
Trash.
And so, but like Monty said, the Thunder, their team is set up to where it's almost like a college team almost, the way it is.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and the Lakers don't have that. They don't. It's too many questions, you know.
You saying like they can move somebody out of the spot and somebody else can replace that without any, like you won't even notice.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the Lakers don't have that.
No.
It's too many questions of like, okay, if you go to OKC, this is Shay's team.
Right.
I do this, I do that, we do this. With the Lakers, you don't know if on this night it's on Luka, on this night it's on LeBron, on this night it might be on Austin Reeves or whoever. And so when it's down to crunch time, it's no definitive answers, and everything is still up in the air.
Yeah.
Like the other night when the was it Luke Kennard? I didn't know he played for the Lakers.
Yeah, I didn't either.
He won the game for him the other night, and so there's no.
Not that that's bad.
No, it's not that it's bad at all.
There's no definitive answers to say whose team is this and where, like who's leading us into the finals.
Exactly.
So I'll give you an example of what I call a good team. If you take the Lakers at the beginning of the year, right, and LeBron was hurt, but they were still winning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? When he came back, even though he was better than the person who was in the lineup before him, they had some struggles, right?
Yep.
With that OKC team, it don't matter who come in or out, they're still consistent.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
To me, that is the mantra of a good team. Right. And your line when your lineup is better and you struggle, it shows that like I said, the definitive roles is not defined on that team. And so you have like, I don't even want to call it a power struggle, but there's a struggle there somewhere of people knowing their defined roles and doing what is best for the team.
Is that a problem from a coach's perspective? Like, is that his problem, the coach's problem to say, or issue to say, hey, this is Luka's team. We're gonna all back what he does and let everybody else, let the chips fall where they may.
But that comes into the problem with that is you got a young coach. You need to have an established coach, because there's no way a guy that used to play with LeBron is going to come onto the bench and say,
and tell LeBron, this is
Luka's team.
Yeah.
Ignore. You can't do it.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say it depends on, the respect level that you have for your coach.
Yeah.
It's hard for a first year JJ Redick to tell the all-time leading scorer that this ain't your team no more.
Yeah.
When I got you that job.
And we used to do a podcast together. That's how I got you the job.
Right.
So you can't.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough. That's a tough situation to be in, period.
But if you're JJ Redick, this is where you gain your coaching bones.
Right. You should. Yeah, you should.
This is where you become Coach Redick instead of LeBron's hire.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I know you helped me get here, but come on, man.
Yeah.
For the best of the team, we gonna hand these reins over to Luka.
I think this is his second year there in LA, second or third, probably second.
I think it's a second.
But I've seen LeBron wave him off, going to the sideline, or wave him off on the court and say, whatever. And that to me right there, like that will be like I don't care who you are.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you see
seat.
coaches like Joe Mazzulla, who doesn't care. He don't care who you are. Like if I'm talking to you, like I need your full attention.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the type of coach that LeBron, or not just LeBron, but that team needs.
Right.
Because they need some kind of structure,
especially at this point of his career. Because before they did the same thing to Spo in Miami. They waved him off. They argued with him on the sidelines. They had the carousel of coaches in Cleveland. The only one that really, really stuck was Ty Lue.
Yeah.
And, he had more experience than JJ, so he had a little more cachet on the sidelines. But
I think LeBron has some kind of respect for Ty Lue. I have no idea, what it came from. But I think he has some kind of respect for him. And that's why that team was successful.
Yep.
And that's tough that's hard. I mean, that's hard to say. Like, why does it take a certain type of coach for you to respect, for you to win? Because to me, LeBron could have won championships earlier in his career. But because the coach wasn't Larry Brown wasn't the type of coach that he needed. What's the guy from Russia? That guy. He wasn't the type of coach that LeBron liked. Mike Brown wasn't the type of coach, and Mike Brown to me is a phenomenal coach,
great coach.
But the thing about all of those coaches that you name is and I'm not even going to say athletes, for people in general, in order to get people to follow you or follow your vision, they have to either, one, believe that you can get them there, or you have to show them proof that you've been there.
Yep.
Right.
Or they have to have some kind of belief that you can get them there. Right. Yeah. And unfortunately for those coaches, at that point in their careers, they hadn't been many places, right? To garner that kind of respect, as far as, all right, look, I hear Ty Lue tell the story about the one time LeBron was having a decent game, and at halftime, and Ty Lue brought him in and was like, if you want, you're doing good, but if you want to win the championship, you're gonna have to be better. And LeBron went out, what do you mean I got to be better?
Like, I got five assists, 7 rebounds,
and then he went to somebody else on the team like, man, can you believe he said? Well, he right. If you want to win, you got to do better. That's that kind of belief that all right, because it's easy to be like, oh, I'm doing my job. Everybody else no, man, you are the guy.
Right. And that's what I love Phil Jackson as a coach, because he knew how to manage personality.
Oh yeah.
We talk about Scotty and Dennis Rodman and Michael Jordan on the same team.
Yeah.
And then you had the likes of people like the Horace Grants, the Paxtons, the B.J. Armstrong. Just imagine all of those different personalities that you have to manage, along with the ego of a Michael Jordan.
Man. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. He told, he had to tell Mike, you can't, in order for us to win a championship, we got to change the way this is happening. Like, Doug Collins loved Michael Jordan too much.
Yeah.
Right.
To the point to where, you get Michael Jordan the ball, everybody else get the F out the way.
Yeah.
That was the play call.
Yep.
But Phil told Mike, like, if we want to win championships, we got to get the other players involved.
Right.
We got to give other players chances to be successful.
And Mike had to buy into that.
Yep. Yeah.
And it took him a while, but once he bought into that, they started winning.
Yep.
Right.
And it was unstoppable.
Same thing with LA. When Phil went to LA after Dale Harris, ruined that team, whatever happened with the Lakers.
Right.
But it was terrible.
Right.
But he went in and did the same thing with Shaq and Kobe. In order for y'all to win championships, y'all got to play together.
Yep.
Y'all got to learn how to win together. Y'all don't have to be friends off the court,
Right.
but on this court, we got to be family. And that's what it takes for you to win championships. You know what? And I want to go back and talk about the 05 Pistons, who didn't have a superstar.
Nope.
go back in the 09, the 08 Celtics, who had 3 different high personality guys who had to be met. Doc Rivers had to manage those guys.
Yeah.
And talking about the San Antonio Spurs, 05 Spurs when you had Tim Duncan,
Right.
Ginobili, and
Parker. Steven Jackson was on the team.
Right.
Man.
So all these coaches took these persons. Even Spo did it in Miami.
Yeah.
He learned to do that in Miami. That wasn't LeBron's team. That was Spo's team.
Yep.
Hey, man, Spo has an amazing story, man.
Yeah. Actually, his story is similar to Pat Riley's story.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about a video guy.
Yeah.
But Spo never played professional sports.
No.
Right.
That's the difference between Spo. He never played professional sports, but going from the video room,
Yeah. Yeah.
video coordinator. You know, a video coordinator is a person who gets the videos ready for practice, for film
sessions. Yeah.
film sessions. So he's studying
Yeah.
Right.
film
Yeah.
as he's getting that's deep right there.
Yeah.
And to go and take that
And then
information,
get that team handed to you.
and the team
Yeah.
was handed to you. Now you win won
Yeah.
a championship in 13 was
They
what,
won
12?
2, didn't they?
12,
Yeah.
11, 12, and 13. No, 11, 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
They won a championship, right?
Yeah,
No,
nigga.
12 and 13 because Dallas won.
Because they lost at the beginning and lost at the end. So, yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
Dallas won in 11, and I don't know who beat them in 14. Was it Dallas again?
Might have been the Spurs.
Nah, it wasn't
Spurs.
No, they beat the Spurs, didn't they? I don't remember, but they won 2.
But they won
yeah.
2 and lost 2.
Yeah.
But to go 4 championships back to back to back,
Yeah.
that tells a story right there.
Yeah. No
And
doubt.
then to manage that team, like you said, man, you got LeBron that was he's been in his prime for 15 years, but you got LeBron in the beginning of his prime. D Wade, who was already there. Then you got another superstar in Bosh, who now you have to talk to him like, hey, you really got to take a back seat here.
Yeah, and
you have to change your game up.
He's the guy who probably should have got the most credit.
He should have.
Yeah.
Because he went from having his own team,
Everything. Yep.
having his own everything, and taking $20 million pay cut.
But see, now LeBron right now going back is in that D Wade state, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you think about when LeBron first came there, D Wade had already won the championship.
Yep, for sure.
He owned that city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I
Wade
mean?
County.
But he had to be like, okay, all right. In order for me to win more,
I'm gonna have to hand it over.
I'm gonna have to let this guy be who this guy
This
is.
young boy come in here and do
So
it. Yep.
LeBron has to nurture
teach
Luka
him.
Yeah.
into being what Luka it needs to be for that team to win.
Yeah, I think the frustration the first year Luka was there was that he wasn't in a basketball shape.
Yeah.
Coming from Dallas, of course, they didn't have that culture down there. They just let Luka do what Luka do.
Yep.
And Luka liked to drink beer and hang out and do all this stuff. So going to LA, that's a problem.
Right.
Because LA is a party town.
Yeah.
So, but LeBron have to take him under his wing and say, hey, this is the way it's done in LA. And it looks like Luka has gotten in better shape, and
Yeah.
he's not playing as much defense as they probably want him to play. But
He playing some.
He's
playing
He's
some.
playing some. He's looking better than what he was before.
So we had a guy calling the radio show the other day, and he had brought up an interesting thing. He was talking about Zion and how what are y'all feelings on Zion and his NBA career?
If he can keep it up the way he's going now, I think he'll be great. But those first couple years was brutal for him, man. Brutal.
This is my problem that I've always had with Zion. And this is what I love about Wemby. Zion lets people who shouldn't be able to guard him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What I love about Wemby is if you put somebody on Wemby who he feel like shouldn't be on him, he is going to embarrass you.
You know why? Because he's upset.
Yeah.
And he's getting that mean gene that he needs to be.
Yeah, buddy.
And Zion, to me, he lets a lot of people off the hook because Zion, as big and mobile as he is, and he slimmed down some, he should be able to. He should get to the rack
Yep.
Easy.
every single time because you won't be able to do nothing but foul him.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I think this is the problem with Zion. Of course, he has some early injuries in his career, and we know what that can do to you mentally, especially as a player his size,
Right.
Yeah.
and that weight coming down from dunking, and he can still jump out the gym,
Right.
So I think it's mentally. Mentally, he's not 100% there. Like physically, he looks better and better.
Yep.
His game looks better and better, but it's not consistent.
Yeah.
So I don't unless he figures out something mentally, he's going to be the same Zion who's going to be inconsistent throughout his career.
Because he heard
even if he doesn't
all
get
that stuff.
injured or any missed games or anything like that. I think he mentally, if he doesn't fix that, physically he's not going to be able to perform on the floor. One thing that I don't like about Zion is the same thing I don't like about KD. They let people say things that'll affect their game.
Yep.
Or affect them mentally.
Right.
And they let people get under their skin. Like you're professional basketball players.
Right.
It's like, come on now. They can't stop what you do.
Yeah.
Like what people say, KD, shut up. Just play the game.
I mean,
Like
the
Zion,
fact that you
don't stop listening to Charles Barkley.
But I'll give it to Zion. Zion at least say, I listened to Barkley. I heard what Barkley said. KD got 3-4 different burner accounts, and it's like, come on, man. I mean, that's just, man. And then he calling out his team.
Yeah, he did it again.
He did
it again
doing
last
a lot,
week.
man. Doing a lot, man.
Yeah.
Again, I've never been a KD fan.
No, and that's why he bounced around so much, man. That's like I said, that's always been my problem with him, man. Like, I mean, it's always everybody else. And it's always, I won't say it, but I'll say it when I leave. Or like when he used to do this like fake tough guy thing with Russ when he left Oklahoma City. He's like, man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And
You're not a tough guy.
no, man, stop it. Man.
So we're getting ready to get close to the end of the show, but I wanted to do a different, rather than do the win or lose that we usually do. I want to talk about the fan comments or the social media comments.
Okay.
that we got about the LeBron take about him being rather he's not a Jordan, but he's a Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
And to me, I agree with that. LeBron is a pass first, 6'9", 6'10", a point guard who can do a lot more than Magic could do on the floor. So he's better than Magic.
Yep.
LeBron is, to me, is top 3 in of all time. Magic is not, probably top 10 at best.
Okay.
So I agree with Tyrone on this take that he is more of a Magic Johnson, a high value, a high I want to say high athletic Magic Johnson.
Yep.
Than he is Michael Jordan.
So I enjoy like the conversation, right? And so the guy who commented, he said, are you just yapping and blah blah blah. So my question to him was like, so what are you basing your opinion on?
Right.
Are you basing it on facts, stats, opinions, or what? And he said something about accomplishments, and I'm like, tell me which accomplishments you're talking about,
right.
Because if you look at it, LeBron is 4-6 in championships. Magic is 5-4.
Right.
That's very similar.
Yep.
Right. And then if you go statistic categories, I think LeBron has better stats than Magic in every category.
Yeah. Yep.
Didn't he pass him an assist? I'm not sure, but
I'm not
if
sure,
not,
but
he's close.
Not close.
He's close.
Yeah.
So I know he passed him in scoring.
Yeah.
I know he passed
everybody in
Everybody
scoring.
Right. I was saying, I know he passed him in rebound. He got to be close to him in assists.
Yeah.
So a lot of what we all do is either going to be based on stats or opinions.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you can't show me the stats to back up your opinion, then what are we talking about?
Or just say,
or why
it's
are we
my
talking?
opinion.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that being your
No,
opinion at all. Like, I have some opinions that people don't like. Like,
Yeah.
KD is garbage. Some people don't like that. To me, KD is garbage.
I would say garbage, but I mean, again,
Right. I should
get
say
it.
garbage. overrated.
I will give you that.
Right.
I will give you that.
So, but if you ask me, I'm going to tell you why I feel that way. Right. I'm not just going to disappear into the shadows.
Right.
Like some people chose to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been another great episode of Win or Lose, not play-by-play. Win or Lose Sports, and we'll have we'll talk more about, of course, the NCAA tournament, the March Madness next episode, because we're getting into the deeper rounds, which we're getting close to the end. So and we'll talk about our brackets. I don't know if y'all feel their brackets or not.
My bracket is
and
on life
how
support
busted
right
it is, but we'll talk about that on the next episode of Win or Lose Sports. We'll see you next week.
We out.
Alrighty.
It's back to sports. Welcome to Win or Lose Sports Show, presented by the 419 Grind.
State sent the whole team some kind of